Welcome back to Cronkite News. I'm Andrew Kurland, and this is your Cronkite Sports Report. The Diamondbacks beat the Astros 3-2 last night in sort of a bizarre way. With a walk-off error in the bottom of the 10th, Ketel Marte had the game-winning hit to left field, which then bounced off a fielder's glove and dropped to the ground. That allowed the winning run to cross home plate. Starting pitcher Merrill Kelly pitched 5+ innings, giving up just 3 hits while striking out 6. This win also ended their 4-game losing streak. They now head to New York to start a 3-game series against the Mets tomorrow. With the Coyotes eliminated from the playoffs, they've turned their focus to building for the future. In Tuesday's game against the Devils, 2 players played in their NHL debut. The team takes on Vancouver tonight, and we could see even more young players hitting the ice. Head coach Andre Tourigny wants to see how they'll do and hopes the veterans can serve as mentors.
I think the young guys were good, though. They compete, they work hard. I think want a little bit more of our older guy, personally. I think I want them more engaged. I want them to push a little bit more. I think our young guys need role model and they need leadership.
Mixed martial arts is a growing sport in Phoenix, and many athletes say they got into it after being bullied. That was the case for one Valley Jiu Jitsu instructor who has used it as motivation to help others. Cronkite News reporter Parker Dunn has more on how Jiu Jitsu training is used to combat bullying.
Bullying is an issue that can have widespread impact on children. Those who experience bullying are oftentimes afraid to stand up for themselves or don't know how to defend themselves. Jiu-Jitsu instructor Michael Stinson was bullied back when he was a kid, and it inspired him to change his life.
I myself, as a kid, was bullied. I was smart, I was in the gifted program, I was very small, and so I got picked on a lot, and I had no clue what to do. I got assaulted by 3 guys, had absolutely no idea what to do. And I just determined I never wanted to be in that situation again.
It was in that moment that Stinson learned about Jiu-Jitsu. He fell in love with the art and trained often. After learning how to defend himself, he decided to open Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Chandler so that he could teach others how to do the same.
This school started in 2002. We were teaching a form of Japanese Jiu-Jitsu at the time. That form had more dirty tricks and striking and stuff like that. And eventually, I kind of got into Gracie Jiu-Jitsu around 2008. And slowly but surely over the next several years, we got more and more into Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
After getting bullied himself when he was younger, Benjamin Vigil wanted to enroll his son in the program so that he would not have to go through the same bad experiences as him.
When I was a child, I was mercilessly bullied. So I thought it was really important to teach my son some type of self-defense technique. I looked into a lot of different types, and I just felt Gracie Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu would probably be the best for him.
I love being able to know how to protect myself if somebody is trying to bully me or somebody is trying to hurt me.
Parents love bringing their children to these jiu-jitsu classes because it allows them to learn the proper fundamentals of how to defend themselves should they ever encounter a bully. But that's not the only thing they love about this class, though, of course. They also love the fact that there's great morals that are instilled into the children through the instructors every time they come in for a class.
I like at the end when he does the circle time and talks about the different aspects. Like this week, he's concentrating on responsibility. I always like to hear what the kids have to say about the different responsibilities that they have and how they can grow as people.
And hopefully that growth can make bullying a thing of the past. In Chandler, Parker Dunn, Cronkite News.
ASU men's swim team landed in the top 10 for the first time in 19 years at the NCAA championships, finishing 6th. Leon Marchand won 2 individual titles in the 200 IM and 200 breaststroke. He was also named Swimmer of the Year. The Sun Devils are still soaking in those accomplishments.
It's pretty amazing. I didn't know it would be that fast at NCAA. I just knew that we worked pretty well with Bob and all the teams, so I was just ready. I was just ready for NCs, and the adaptation to short course, yeah, was pretty good because I had some pretty good underwater and some stuff, so it was not that bad for me.
A lot of this stuff that we're doing with swimming is like when you get to the final part of your season, it's like a haircut. You don't know if it's any good or not until it's too late. So you're at the meet, and you're like, well, we think we did it right, but we don't know. So to actually have it work out, you're like, okay, we're on our plans.
Former ASU running back Rachaad White visited the Tampa Bay Bucks yesterday. White made it onto the Bucks' radar during the NFL Combine and could find himself heading to Florida come draft day. White amassed over 1,500 all-purpose yards and 16 touchdowns in his final year at ASU. Now, he's not expected to go in the first round, but several teams are showing interest. White visited the Browns earlier this week and met virtually with 5 other teams. The NFL draft begins 2 weeks from now, and White is taking it all in stride.
I'm just looking to see where I go, and then when I get there, I don't know, I'm just, looking forward to, just keep having fun, enjoying the game, and I feel like everything else will take care of itself.
Finally, the Cardinals re-signed wide receiver A.J. Green to a 1-year deal. He racked up over 800 yards and 3 touchdowns on 54 catches with the Cardinals last season. I would say those stats aren't too bad. Well, that's all we have for sports. Back to you, Raven.